everyone, welcome back today. As you can probably tell from the title of the video, I have been shopping again. It's a terrible habit and I don't think I'll ever break it, so I'm just going with it. But at least it is of the affordable kind. It's a thrifting haul. I am a huge fan of thrifting. You can find so many amazing things out there. You just have to dig through all the crap to find that little gem, but I've been thrifting for almost as long as I can remember. Really getting into it during nursing school when I had pretty much no money but a pretty bad shopping addiction. That craving to shop was still there every day, but I had basically no money because I was in school. So I turned to thrift shops. My sister and I both ended up diving into this love affair with thrifting, and we'd buy things that kind of were ill-fitting, or we wanted to alter, or we'd chop it all off or put two pieces together. So we kind of grew our sewing skills as well as our shopping skills without damaging the wallet too much. And I was perfectly happy with the wardrobe I had through nursing school. It made me very creative with my fashion and kind of helped me see outside the box a little bit, outside of just mainstream shopping, which I also love, but when you're in school or not working, it's not the best idea. So over the years, I've really kind of fine-tuned my ability to thrift. I've got my favorite shops. I've got my few little tips and tricks that I've learned over the years on how to get through a massive thrift store without being totally overwhelmed. And I just try to keep an open mind with it. Just try not to look for anything too specific, and generally something will stick out to me. I very rarely leave a thrift store empty-handed. So I've actually got two of these thrift hauls. This is the first one, and then in a couple weeks I'll show you another one. I know, yeah, we'll just wait till you see how packed this closet is too. This thing is jam-packed full of stuff. I have no room for more things, but yeah. So within the last couple weeks I visited a few of my favorite shops. I came away with a good 5 or 6 items. I'm going to try them all on for you and give you an idea of what you can actually find in a thrift store if you really have the patience and the eye for thrift. So let's head into my wardrobe and see what I found. It's super full. Okay, on to the thrifted items I found. You're definitely going to see a theme in these items. They're all basically like neutral tone 70s themed items, but I love them all. I've washed all of them already, so I don't have price tags on anything, but there's only one item that was over $10. Everything else I think $6 or $7 price range. So I don't think I spent over about $50, and I feel like I have a whole new wardrobe and at least a week's worth of fun new outfits and lots of ways to mix and match everything. So this first one I have actually shown on my Instagram many times already. I'm doing daily outfits over there, so if you want to see what I wear on a daily basis, then go over to my Instagram stories. I post pictures over there. I've worn this 2 or 3 times already in those stories, so I apologize if you're bored of looking at this thing, but I just thought this was adorable. It looks like it's made by a nice brand. It's called Earth, Music and Ecology. It was super easy to wash. I just hand washed it, laid it to dry. I think I actually did put it in the dryer briefly just to kind of like shrink up the fibers a little bit, but I just wear it like tucked into jeans. It's got a cute little bow on the back here, which I love, so I think I'll wear it with my hair up next time I wear it. But it's just a really nice, chunky, but still lightweight, breathable cream knit. I'll get on a little closer so you can see the texture on it, but this looks like an expensive H&M sweater. I've actually been looking at an expensive H&M sweater online. I think it's over $100. This was, I think, $6, so that'll do the trick for me. No problem. I have a thing with cream sweaters right now. I just can't stop buying them. All the different textures and colors and tones of this ivory colored sweater. I just can't get enough of it. So, yep. Another one to add to the collection. Next up is a tunic from Oak and Fort. It is super long, so it definitely can be worn as a dress, and that's how I have worn it so far. I've worn it belted and tucked into jeans, or worn over top of jeans. I'll show you a few different ways that you can style it in this video here, but super comfortable. Again, very easy to wash. I hand washed it, laid it to dry, and it came out perfect. Yeah, another great little piece to add to my wardrobe. It is a little bit sheer, so I've been wearing something underneath it just to make sure I'm covered. But other than that, I absolutely love it. Super comfortable, good for like cozy at home. It's basically loungewear. Is basically how I've been wearing it. This is the one that was a little over $10. I want to say it was about 12 bucks. So that's a little higher on the price range for the thrift shops in my area. But I went for it just because I can wear it so many different ways. I thought about like 4 or 5 different ways already that I can wear this thing, so I'll get tons of use out of it. That's a good one. This is one of those finds where you see it and you're like, oh, yes, That is exactly what I'm looking for. It was completely buried in a bunch of other random crap, and I just happened to stumble across it and had that like adrenaline, thrift adrenaline. If you're a thrifter, you know what I mean. But the texture is what drew me to it. The color as well. I love this color, especially with another pair, like a skirt or a pair of pants in the same tone. That would be so beautiful. But the texture is really what caught my eye on this thing. It reminds me a lot of those huge, chunky Instagram blankets that you're seeing everywhere that are like these huge weaves. It's basically like chunks of fabric woven together. That's kind of what this reminded me of, and I loved it. The other thing I love about this is that there are 0 tags on it. I know a lot of people thrift for brand names and expensive things, but first of all, that doesn't really happen that often in the area of town that I'm in. It's mostly like true secondhand clothing. But I'm actually the opposite. I steer away from high-end things. I like homemade things that don't have tags on them, things that have tags on them that are from like the 60s and the 70s that are just like hanging on by a thread. I love that kind of stuff. For me, that has more meaning, and it's just more exciting to find that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is one of those. I don't know if it's handmade or not. It might be. I think it actually might be. It might be handmade by somebody. Actually, now that I'm looking at all the seaming and stitching and stuff, I think it actually is woven, hand woven by somebody. Yeah, it's worn off the shoulder, because this piece here doesn't have any stretch in it, which again makes me think that it's probably homemade. And then you just kind of wear it off the shoulder, tuck the front in. Looks great with denim too. I love that combo. So yeah, that'll be great for spring too, because it's nice and easy breezy. But for now I'll have to layer it with something because it's still freezing here in Canada. Okay, next up is a jacket. This was $10. The brand is Mario Serrani, a size 8. I have no idea who that is, but I really loved the coat. It's kind of like a tweed style, like a Chanel style coat in a cream tweed fabric with lots of buttons and details on it, cute little pockets in the front. I kind of envisioned dressing this down rather than up, but you could definitely dress it up as well. But I just love the solid color of it with the texture in it. But I envisioned it with the jeans that I'm wearing today, a graphic t-shirt or something like this, and then just kind of draped over the shoulders, just kind of as that extra layering piece. It's not really so much for warmth, but it just adds a layer to your outfit that makes it that much more interesting rather than just a t-shirt and jeans. It's in perfect condition. It's got nice darting down the back and everything, so I want to say that it's a fairly nice brand, but again, I have no idea, nor does it really matter to me at all. Again, it'll be great once we get into warmer weather as well. And it fits me perfectly on the shoulders. It's one of those items where you just put it on, it's like a lock and key, it's like just fits like perfectly. I knew I had to take it home. So that is a good $10 spent, I think. I'm gonna get a ton of use out of this as well. I also don't have many white coats, or coat-like items. So yeah, happy with that too. Okay, second to last item, I think. Did I already say this? I feel like everything's my favorite, but I think this one is actually my favorite one out of all of them. This reminds me of Stranger Things. As soon as I saw it, does somebody in Stranger Things actually wear this? I feel like somebody did. It's like brown, it's brown and tan stripes with a solid collar, and it's just super squishy, woven, waffle knit kind of t-shirt. For me, it looks so much like something from the 70s, something that you'd see in Stranger Things. This is something that you can wear so easily, just with jeans, or tucked into a corduroy brown skirt or something like that to give like a full 70s look, which I'll probably do at some point on my Instagram. But this is just such an easy buy. I think this was $4 or $5. Again, washed really well. It's not pilling or anything. It's in pretty good condition considering it's from a thrift shop. And just so cozy. I could easily wear this to bed. So I have lots of plans for this guy. I'm very excited about it. I love the colors. I'm very into browns and tans, as you can see. The last time I was in a thrift shop, I basically just went through all the brown sections of the thrift shop trying to find anything this brown kind of color. So I was very happy when I found this guy. And for a couple bucks, you really can't go wrong. And last but not least is a skirt. I did not need another skirt in my life. My drawers are completely full of skirts, but this one, I'm convinced, is a little bit different than all my other ones. This is the style of skirt I always gravitate towards. Kind of tight in at the waist and then skims away from the hips. It's most flattering on my body type. I'm heavier in the bottom than the top, although with Christmas, it's kind of all over heavy right now. Still working on that, it's a work in progress. But I love this one in particular because it's just a solid, standard blue color with those kind of brownish brushed brass buttons down the front. No pockets, no distressing. It's just a solid denim skirt. Again, this seems very 70s to me, especially with the two lines down the front here where they add extra stitching and the color of the buttons. But the true blue color is also really makes it feel very 70s. I'll probably end up wearing the skirt and this top together at some point. Put on my little slip-on shoes, my little beige slip-on suede shoes, and you have an outfit. Could even throw the tweed jacket over top of that and call it a day. Again, I think this was about $7. It might have been $8, getting up there, but it feels really nice and sturdy and it fits me pretty perfectly, especially once I lose a little bit of the Christmas cookie weight. Just a little bit, not much. It'll fit me like a glove, and I think I'll move one of my other ones out of the wardrobe so I can make room for this guy. Just feels like real denim, you know? Like it just feels sturdy and good. You can never go wrong with that. I almost forgot. I have two other items that aren't from this thrifting haul, but they are thrifted. I just didn't actually pay for it. That I actually found downstairs in my sister's old closet. She's since moved out of the house, but she left them here. And she originally did thrift them, and they're awesome pieces. So I just have to quickly show them to you. So let me show you what she found. Or I found in her closet, I guess. Oh my god. How did she leave the house without this thing? I don't know why she didn't take this to her next apartment. I'm putting it on. Puffer coats, for one, are a huge trend right now. The browns and the earthy tones, the greens, the sage green. Oh my god, I love this thing. And I can guarantee you she did not pay more than about 15 bucks for this thing, so what a find. And it's super warm. It's by Ralph Lauren, so it's a really nice quality jacket. I've worn it out already. Thank you, sister, for that one. That will get some good use. Please don't come back for that. And then the second one is this denim jacket. I've actually been looking for one of these. I always say keep an open mind when you're at a thrift shop, because when you're looking for something, you're never gonna find it. But when you're not looking, it'll probably just stand out and be on a rack somewhere waiting for you. That's exactly what's been happening to me. I've been looking for a denim jacket with some kind of fur collar. I was originally looking for something with a lighter fur, but this will do just fine. It was free from downstairs from my sister's closet, so can't complain. This one's Tommy Hilfiger, nice fur-lined coat, and this is like thrift at its best, right? Didn't even realize. I have a thing for Tommy, I guess. You can't find this in a regular shop, and if you do, it's way overpriced, and you can find this in the thrift shop if you're looking hard enough. So I'm very happy with that. I love the color of the blue, and I actually really like the color of the brown collar and fur on the inside. It's very retro, vintage, thrift looking, which I'm all about. So add my hat. There we go. Maybe not with the matching Tommy shirt underneath, but you get the idea. So there we go, the first of 2 thrifting hauls. I'm sure there will be many more to come. I have my special stores around here that I love to visit, and I'm there often. And like I said, very rarely empty-handed when I leave. So there are probably going to be quite a few of these coming up. I hope you like them. And I hope it inspires you to check out your local vintage shops and figure out what kind of shopping techniques work best for you. I can always do a video on what works for me and kind of tips and tricks to finding that hidden gem in a sea of crap, because let's be honest, there's a lot of crap in thrift stores, but there's a lot of good stuff to be had too. So go out there and find yourself some gems. Make sure to follow along on Instagram so you'll see all this stuff being styled up each day over there on my Instagram stories. I would love if you go ahead and share this video, send it out into the world, try to grow my little corner of the internet over here. And don't forget that there is a new video here on my channel every single weekend. It's usually 9 a.m. my time here in Vancouver, Saturday mornings. That's when I try to get them up, unless I run into some kind of technical difficulty in which they go up on Sunday. So that's why I say the weekend, just to give myself that extra wiggle room in case all hell breaks loose. But I think that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.